What's up guys, how y'all doing today? So in today's video, I want to talk about the reasons why someone who would move abroad to a foreign country, in my case was Colombia, and then decide to go back to their home country because it just didn't work out. Of course, there's many reasons why someone who would decide to go home because it just didn't work out for them. Everybody has their own individual reasons, but I made a list of some reasons that came to the top of my head, and I guess they could be called very common reasons. So I'm gonna go through them real quick. And while I'm making this video, guys, go ahead and comment below. Let us know y'all's reasons if you happen to move abroad, or why maybe other people you know had to go back home. So the reasons, the top number one reason that can come to my head is this: you don't learn the language. You don't learn the local language. In Colombia, it's Spanish. In most of Latin America, it's Spanish, except for here in Brazil, it's Portuguese. But learning the local language really helps you get into the culture, really helps you move to a new culture, country, and adapt very fast. Because again, I'm here in Brazil. I speak a little bit of Portuguese, but not as much as I speak Spanish. And I feel the frustration. That's gonna be another video I can make in the future about my frustration here in Brazil. But I feel the frustration not be able to communicate myself the way I would in Spanish. When I first learned Spanish, I learned it when I was 22 in Mexico. I remember the frustration not knowing language, but it's a hurdle that you need to jump over to really adapt to a new country, to really make that country your home. Because if you don't learn the local language, you're always going to be a visitor. All right, knowing the language, you'll be able to communicate the way you would communicate in English or your native language. You get more to the point of it feeling like your home. Also, it's very nice to be able to talk to the people you care about. Like say you have a relationship with someone and you want to get to know their family, and their family doesn't speak English, getting to know them also helps as well. So learn the language. That's key, guys. In the description, there's a link to a school that I recommend. Check out the link. If you go through the link, you get a little discount. If you go in person to that school and say you're coming from my channel, they give you a discount, but you have to say my channel name, Life with David. Another reason why people don't last when they move abroad, you know, it could be, I'm talking about Colombia, but this could be applied to pretty much any country. Not making local connections. Staying by themselves, maybe even making friends with expats because they feel like you have that connection with somebody from your home country. And there's a risk behind that because, and I did it myself. When I first moved to Colombia, my friends were expats. I mean, I shared a house, an Airbnb, I rented a room, and there was 4 other people there. From 2 guys are from Texas and 2 girls are from London. I made good friends with them, but the problem with making friends with expats is, unfortunately, oftentimes they leave, they move on. They either go to the next country or they go back home. So you make that circle of friends of expats, you feel very comfortable, you have your routine with them, you go drink with them, whatever you do, you go to the gym, whatever it is, and then they're gone and now you gotta start from scratch. But making friends with locals who are not going anywhere, most likely, now you have that circle of influence that you can count on being there. Unless you're okay with being alone, which I'm actually totally fine being alone. I spend a lot of time alone, but I do like being with people as well. I do like having those people I can talk to, go have a drink with, go to the gym, go to the movies, you know, that kind of stuff. Just have that local connections. It helps. And the next thing that people don't do, and I always advise this to anybody I talk to, any people I give consultations with, and I do give Zoom consultations if you guys are interested, links in the description, my email address, is not pursuing activities and hobbies to meet people and stay busy. I always tell everybody, if you're moving to a new country and you want to adapt into that culture, you want to make that your home, pursue your hobbies, pursue your interests in the activities you enjoy doing. Because I can guarantee there's going to be groups that do those same activities that you like to do. If you like to do sports, there's a group for any kind of sports you like, especially in Medellin, Colombia, where I lived for 6 years. Jiu-jitsu, boxing, tennis, volleyball, basketball, whatever it is, cycling, like road biking. There's activities, art, poetry, theater, music, whatever you can think of, you can find a group and you can pursue that interest. Not taking all the tips on how to stay safe. I've given on my videos that I've done throughout the year and a half I've been doing YouTube, I gave a lot of tips on how to stay safe, especially in Colombia, especially in Medellin. And people they either haven't seen my videos or they think it doesn't apply to them or whatever it may be, but they don't take the tips, they get in trouble, they get hurt, they get robbed, whatever, they get taken advantage of, and then they leave with a bad taste in their mouth for the country that they're in. Not learning how to get around the city in all modes of transportation. Look, when I say that, is as part of adapting to the culture. Yeah, of course, there's people who have cars, who take Ubers, who take taxis all the time, and that's cool. But the majority of people, and for example, where I was living in Colombia, in Medellin, they also do public transportation. That's kind of like the heart of the city. So getting to learn the transportation, getting out there, it has multiple benefits. One, you get to save money. You save a lot of money. So manage your money is important. But at the same time, you get out of your house. You get out of your house, you get around people. You get, even if you're by yourself, you get in the metro, you're getting on the bus, you're around people, you're hearing people talk. And that is very important, because just getting out of the house is so important when you're an expat, especially you move abroad alone. Staying indoors is not good. Instead of just taking Ubers everywhere, because you're still by yourself, with the driver, so. And then the next tip on that is staying indoors too much. I know a lot of expats, I heard a lot of expats who just stay indoors. They watch Netflix because they're either retired or they work online. And I've worked online before, and I understand you work all day. At the end of the day, you're tired and you just want to rest and watch TV. And I totally understand that. I did that, but it wasn't good for mental health. It's good to get out of your house. You have to make a habit. You have to force yourself to make it into a habit to where after work, you go for a walk, you go to the park. But just getting out of the house, don't just order Rappi or Uber Eats and watch Netflix and not get out. Try to live like a local. See how locals are living and how they operate in their daily lives, and try to do the same. Pick that up, because when you're moving from your home country, I guarantee it, whether it's the United States of America, England, wherever you're coming from, I guarantee there's going to be things about your new country that's not similar to your old country. And the people who dwell on that, who make it like, oh, I can't, where I'm from, this will never happen, or I can't believe they do it this way, that kind of stuff. For example, in the grocery store, you go to a grocery store in Colombia, there's 3 people in line, I guarantee you're gonna be waiting for about 25 minutes, because to knock out 3 people to get through the line, all right? That's just it. In the States, they knock out, when I say knock out, they get through like 20 people in 20 minutes, it's crazy. So there's things about your new country that's not going to be the same as your old country, but adapt to it, live with it, see how the locals are, see that they're waiting in line, they're patient, they're taking the opportunity to talk to their friends, get on the internet, send messages on WhatsApp. I check my emails, or I used to check my emails during that time. The last reason why a lot of people don't make it abroad is because they get in a relationship with the wrong type of people and they get burned, they get taken advantage of, bad things happen. And that could be romantic relationships, or it can be friend relationships. They just get involved with the wrong type of people. The people that are with you are just interested in you because what you can provide them. Maybe you're paying for the whole party. You're buying everybody the drinks. You're buying everybody the food. You're paying for the place to rent, the finca. They call fincas a country house with a pool. You're paying for the whole thing. If they're looking at you to be the provider, like to pay everything and to invite the whole family, invite the friends, and you just take care of the whole bill, you're being taken advantage of. There's plenty of more reasons why someone wouldn't last in a new country and go back and want to go back to their home country. Maybe the whole idea of the grass is greener on the other side. They go there, they find out it wasn't what it was made up to be. Maybe other YouTubers, or even me as a YouTuber, portray it in a way that they glamorize it, or they picture it as, wow, the perfect place. But when you get there in person, you see with your own eyes, whoa, it wasn't what I thought it was. And then you decide to go back. There's no judgment, there's no harm, there's no regret behind that. If you go try, actually, tell you the truth, you should be proud about that. If you were to go and try a new country and it didn't work out for you, you did something that the majority of people in the world are afraid to do. What you did was to invest in yourself, invest in your dream, and go check out with your own eyes. A lot of people are afraid to do that. So props to you if that happened to you. Let us know in the comments, what happened, what were the reasons why you didn't make it. Let us know in the comments if you made it, and maybe you see other people why they don't make it, or maybe tips on how you did make it.